Hello, everyone. My name is Mrs. Vialba, and this week I'm bringing you your SEL lesson on brain neuroanatomy. So before we start, let's go ahead and get some movement. And like this video, let's try and do the wave. So I want you to roll your arms up and then back down. Try it again. Up and back down. And one more time. Up and back down. Okay, now let's settle down and take 3 deep breaths. Remember, this is so that we're ready to learn, we're relaxed, we're listening with our whole body. Good job. So take this little short quiz, okay? There's 2 truths in here and 1 false. An adult brain weighs about 3 pounds. True or false? We only use about 10% of our brain. The brain of a human contains approximately 100 billion neurons. What do you think? If you said number 2, that's the one that is not true. We only use 10% of our brain? Not so. Our brain has many parts that we use. All the parts work together to help us think, learn, act, and live. Knowing about how our brain works can help us learn and live more effectively. Knowing about your brain and how it works, again, can help you do that. When we talk about the brain, we're talking about the SEL competencies of the sensory motor integration. This is being aware of your body, being able to manage transitions, changes in routines, and increase alertness for learning. We want you to learn more about the different parts of your brain and how they impact your emotions and movement.
Come on, get ready, let's start the show. Your brain parts are raring to go. Neuroplay Adventures is our game, and the star of the show is your brain. Working together like birds of a feather. Meet the parts of your brain. Learn their funny names, what they do, and how they help you. Meet the parts of your brain. Cerebellum helps you dance and walk. Cerebral cortex helps you sing and talk. Amygdala helps you laugh and cry. Brainstem helps you breathe and is standing by. Meet the parts of your brain. Meet Cerebral and Nigel Cortex. They are your hosts and like to boast. When you plan or sing or draw or think, your cerebral cortex is the link. Meet the parts of your brain, working together like birds of a feather. Meet the parts of your brain, learn their funny names, what they do, and how they help you. Meet the parts of your brain. When you ride a bike or tie your shoes, or you swing so high you see the sky. When you keep your balance on a bike, or you dance or run, or take a hike, it's your cerebellum helping you. Meet the parts of your brain. Hippocampus helps you remember all those funny names. Cerebellum, amygdala, cerebral cortex, and brainstem. Meet the parts of your brain. When you're feeling scared, sad, or blue, you're surprised when someone yells, "Boo!" You feel happy about something you do. It's your amygdala helping you. Meet the parts of your brain. The brainstem's work is never done. The other brain parts have all the fun. Swallowing the food that you eat, counting the hearts every beat. Meet the parts of your brain. Let's say their funny names. cerebellum, amygdala, cerebral cortex, and brainstem. And don't forget the hippocampus. Meet the parts of your brain, working together like birds of a feather. Meet the parts of your brain, learn their funny names, what they do, and how they help you. Meet the parts of your brain. Meet the parts of your brain, learn their funny names, what they do, and how they help you. Meet the parts of your brain.
So just to kind of go over the video real quick, the cerebral cortex is the largest part of the brain. It does a lot of the work, such as planning, making decisions, thinking, learning, and your creativity. It's also responsible for the five senses. Then the amygdala is the alarm center for the brain. It is the emotional station. The brain stem connects the base of the brain to the spinal cord. It's the most ancient part of the brain and regulates things like heart rate, breathing, swallowing, blinking, digestion, and more. Then the hippocampus helps us to store and process memories, and then helps to find them when you want to remember something. The cerebellum is a busy switching station, which is located in the back of the brain. It receives messages from most of the muscles and joints in your body and communicates with the other parts of your brain. Let's take a look at this kind of quiz and look at these different activities: breathing, dancing, planning, remembering, talking, digesting food, crying, singing, bouncing, making decisions, and laughing. Which parts of the brain do those things? I'll give you just a minute. Well, breathing is done in the brainstem, dancing, the cerebellum, planning, the cerebral cortex, remembering, hippocampus, talking, cerebral cortex, digesting food, that would be the brainstem. Crying is the amygdala. Remember, that's the emotions. Singing, cerebral cortex. Balancing, cerebellum. Making decisions, cerebral cortex. And finally, laughing. Hopefully you said amygdala. Again, emotions. Take a moment. I'm not going to actually time you, but try and come up with your own comparisons. What is the brain like? How is that thing like the brain? What are the parts of the brain like? What is the cerebral cortex like? The brainstem. Take a look at these images, and this will kind of give you an idea. A weight, well, this weight is about 3 pounds. That's about the weight of your brain. The cauliflower, that's about the size of your brain. And your brain processes information like a computer and is run like the body or engine of a car. Remember that the brain has intricate connections like a maze. Is the consistency of like Jell-O. All the parts together fit like a puzzle. Give me a thumbs up if you learned something new about your brain. What is the brain like? Parts of the brain? How can you understand your brain? How does that help us? Now give me 2 thumbs up if you still have questions about your brain. Hopefully you did have 2 thumbs up. You're not alone. There's a lot more to learn about your brain. Doctors and scientists are doing this each and every day. As we end today, think about how you will use different parts of your brain this week at school and at home. Thank you for listening and have a great rest of your week.